What's good, boy dudes and boy dudes? And to begin the Naruto month, I should have done this at the beginning of April, to be honest with you. It's literally halfway in April, but oh well. To begin the Naruto month, let's start off with the very first Naruto movie in the Naruto movie series, and that is Naruto the movie Ninja Clash in the Land of Snow. And it's a 2004 Japanese animated film based on Masashi Kishimoto manga and anime series. I'm sorry I butchered his first name. I used to be able to say his name properly, but Mashim I can't say his name. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say Kishimoto, Mr. Kishimoto. It was released in Japan on March the 21st, 2004, and the popularity of the Naruto series and in this film spawned several sequels, which began with this movie. This film, even though it is kind of filler, if you want to be really, really, really if you want to be really nitpicky, this film is set after episode 101, and that is just about set after the episode of like the Kakashi Mask episode, and it's literally after the tuning arc and before Sasuke goes rogue, which kind of explains why Sasuke is fighting alongside Naruto and Sakura and Kakashi in this episode. And what is this movie about? Naruto, Kakashi, Sakura, and Sasuke, Team 7 are basically given a mission to protect Princess Gale, an actress, from being kidnapped during productions of her films. However, when Team 7 find out the secrets and lies about Princess Gale's past and her kind of like involvement in the Land of Snow, Naruto and the gang must do whatever it takes to make sure that the princess is taken out of hands of enemy danger and all that. Now, this movie did come out slap bang in the middle of the Naruto series, and to be honest with you, I remember when I first watched the Naruto series back in 2015, and I remember when I first saw this movie, and I was just blown away by the visual look of it compared to the animation of it. So let's just get straight into it and talk about the good of this film. And the good, as I've said, is the animation. Because this is a movie, the budget of this film is considerably higher than like the budget on the TV show, and you can just see in the freaking movie how much motion and just fluidness this movie has. And I mean, my gosh, this movie looks fluid as frick. There are just certain scenes when the characters are just moving, and they're moving in a way that I'm not used to them moving compared to the TV show, because there's a lot of like very static, stuttery motion in the TV show. But in this film, there's not that. There's a lot of fluidness, and especially in like the characters' hair movement, particularly like some of the female characters in their long hairs. Like I just noticed how fluid it looks, and it looks so sick and amazing. And I just thought, damn, son, that hair's flowing. It looks so cool. And some of the background and landscapes of this film look pretty amazing. I mean, this is some really, 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 really good stuff here in terms of like background. And I particularly like the scenes when they're in like the Land of Snow, and it just looks so nice and amazing. What else in terms of animation? I feel like the editing is very quick and snappy in this movie, and it is a movie and it's not a TV series, it is a film, and I quite like it. One of my favorite sequences in the film is the bit where Naruto and the actress are basically running away from the train, and it is some of, at the time watching this, I have never seen Naruto run that fluid before, and it looked amazing. I was just like, holy moly, look how fluid that looks. I mean, the lighting, the effects. I don't know if this train was done in 2D animation or CGI, I can't really tell. I'm guessing it probably was CGI at the train, but it just looks so great, and I was just like blown away by it. I was just like, damn, and the music just builds it up, and damn, it just gets so epic, and I was just blown away. And obviously the Naruto characters. Let's talk about the characters as well. Obviously, we know the characters: Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi. We know them. We all love and know them. To be honest with you, we know who they are. Naruto. It's so nice to finally come back and see, the old Naruto, because I've watched Boruto for months and I'm just seeing Naruto as the Hokage, and I just kind of miss seeing him be a kid and just him being goofy. And I just noticed how goofy and just stupid this dude is, but he has a good heart, and he never gives up, and he always just inspires me until the very end. There's a scene when he's locked up in a prison cell with the actress, and the actress is like, just give up, and Naruto's just like, it'll be easy giving up, but if you give up, your dreams will never come true. And he just goes on about how he wants to dream of becoming a Hokage, and he just doesn't give up, and he breaks the chains. And I remember watching, I was like, dude, strong. He's so strong. The princess. What can I say about the actress? What's her name? Yuki Fuzikaze. She is this cold. Obviously in the early parts of the film, this woman is cold. She is just so bitchy. She is just so nasty towards people. There's a scene when these little kids are like running up to wanting an autograph, and she just completely she just completely slams them, like saying that they should just go away and go home and just not bother with ridiculous things. And the poor kids, their faces were just like, oh my gosh. And she's an actress, and just seeing her in real life compared to her character is just so jarring. Her actress is this girl who just has so much light and hope, and she's like kind of the hero which everyone kind of like, relies on. And then this real life girl is just kind of this really angry, bitter woman who's really had a backstory, and the backstory is interesting. I don't think I'll go too much into detail, but there is a reason. And yeah, what I found interesting about her performance as the princess on screen and her in real life was that the princess girl, she is kind of like how she was when she was younger, because we can see her as a kid in a flashback, seeing how happy and smiley and how much light and hope she had. And the Princess Gale is in a way what she was like as a kid, and it kind of correlates and contrasts. I thought that was really awesome and just amazing. I'm not going to tell you too much as to why she stopped becoming like seeing that light and just became depressed. I'll let you watch that film to find that out. And I freaking liked the character, like, and just seeing her finally like see that light was just so satisfying. Our Naruto-kun, he forces the, using his talk no jutsu. I mean, it was predictable. I knew Naruto was going to use talk no jutsu, although there was a part of this film when I thought she wouldn't actually, be all smiley at the end, but yeah, she is. It's kind of predictable, but yeah. This film also has really great music. It kind of mixes the original Naruto series music with a new type of score, more cinematic and more bombastic and more loud, and here I am, I'm ready to just, and I just freaking love that. I absolutely love that. And as much as I like this film, I do have some mixed aspects of this film, to be honest with you. And the mixed aspects, I have to admit, is that Sasuke and Sakura and even Kakashi aren't really in the movie as much. I mean, Kakashi does play a interesting role in terms of like the backstory of certain characters of the film. I'm not going to talk too much because I'll be spoiling it, but yeah, he does have an interesting backstory, and he does have some sort of connection with the actress, and I thought that was well done, but I would have loved to have seen a little bit more, of that backstory, but we didn't see it. But I was like, it can't be helped, to be honest with you. And also the villain of the film, he's kind of weak, and that's probably my only negative aspect of the film, is that the villain is weak. The villain is just your typical, I'm gonna use this person to get power and I'm gonna just he kind of reminds me of the villain from Laputa Castle in the Sky, Mark Hamill's character. And they kind of want the same thing in a way, to be honest with you. And I just thought, oh, come on, this guy is just really. Ugh. His character design is just so boring. The moment I looked at his face, I was like, oh, he's going to be a boring guy. His design isn't even that interesting. It looks so dull and boring. And I was just yawning. I was like, oh, this guy's boring. He's boring me. Also, the plot is kind of your traditional, this happens, that happens, that happens, and it's these Naruto movies do have similar plots to them, but there are other movies that do have different plots as well, if that makes any sense. But honestly, this movie wasn't bad. I remember when I first watched it, I just couldn't stop looking at this movie because of how good the animation was compared to the TV show. It just kind of blew me away at the time, and yeah, just the visual look of this film, just the great stuff. Another interesting thing of this film does is that it starts off with Naruto and the gang watching a movie in the cinema, and I like how this is the first movie in the Naruto movie series, and it starts off with them watching a film, and I don't know, I just thought that was kind of smart and interesting. And another thing I like about this film, let's get into more positives because I do have more positives than negatives. It kind of expands the Naruto universe in a way. We're going to different parts of the world that we've never really seen before. I've never even seen a film crew in the Naruto universe. Heck, I didn't even think they had cameras in the Naruto universe. That surprised me, to be honest with you. Just seeing a film crew and seeing a train as well was like, is this Naruto? And just seeing something like the cities, it just feels so big and huge, and it just really widens the Naruto world, and it just makes you realize how big this world is. And I actually am grateful that they made these Naruto movies because, yeah, they are fillers, and yes, they don't progress the plot in any way, but it just expands the Naruto world in a way that just makes you realize that this world is big and there's just so much stories to tell, and I'm happy they told it in these movies. And I'm gonna say, with that said, I'm gonna give this movie excuse me, I'm gonna give this movie a 7 out of 10, and I'm gonna give it a B+. This movie was great, but there are other greater movies of Naruto. Definitely check this movie out. Buy it on DVD and Blu-ray to support the industry. And yeah, please like and share this video. Comment down below and tell me, what was your favorite part of this movie? What was your favorite Naruto movie? With that said, thank you for watching. As always, Boy Dude signing out.